Right, and then can you do the same here? And then sneak back up. So in other words, can you hang on as long as possible so it doesn't sound like whoop, 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 and then back to your legato again. Okay, so let's try that. 1, 2, more. Okay, the first tone. Did you like this? How about? Oh. Better. Oh, good girl. Big. Here we go. Oops. Did you hear that? Bump, bump. Do you hear that? I would like if you could hold the note just a wee bit longer. Do you know what I mean? Don't. Okay. Hang on to that note just a hair longer, and then it will come out just right.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's all legato, 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 and then boop, boop, boop. Okay? And that's that touch that we use for Bach anyway, so you know how to do that. Okay, now straight through. I won't stop you this time. Oh, I would like it louder here. After you sort of relax here, bring it up again. And then you're happy, very, very end. Be happy. Okay? Now drum. I still think if you were in a big hall, like Steinway, what's that hall in New York? Come on, big one. It's everybody goes there to perform. Their big debut. It's called
Lincoln Center.
Oh, it's the other one. It's called something Hall. Doggone. Yeah, right. Anyway, you got the idea. If you don't play big enough, you say, "Where is she? Where is she?" Okay. Okay. There we go. More. Atta girl. Bigger. If everything were all this, no change, it's a little boring if we don't change. Do you know what I'm saying? Okay, one, oh, this is very picky. When you did this part, soft, it's sort of like you, I would like maybe when you go softer that you give it a little energy here. Just a little bit. Okay, so when the second time comes around, make a little more here.
Okay.
Just that one note. And then you're still talking up there, okay? And this is a wonderful idea that we get louder here, okay? It needs to change, you know? Can you imagine what music would be like if everything were like this? Everything is just all the same. If nothing were changed, wouldn't it be awfully boring and dull? Huh? So what makes this better, or what somebody suggested, probably Telemann said would be better, would be change the sound. Okay? First loud, then soft, then soft, then loud. Do something different. What is that called? When you go loud and then soft, so it sounds different and it's more interesting and all that. You won't know. You say contrast. like a picture when you take a picture. What if I take the cutest picture of you and it comes out all black? Your hair is black, your eyes are black, your cheeks are black, your teeth are black, your clothes are black, your shoes are black, and the background's black. Would I see you? No. Okay, so if I want to see you, I should have light around you, and you have cute black hair, and you have a yellow thing in your hair, and you have cute pink sweater on, then you show off, right? Same thing in music. You don't want to do the same thing. You want to show it off here and there. So the first time, let it come out. Second time, okay? And then, come out of your shell here. And then you are, okay? What key is this in? What sharp? G major. G major, okay? Good. You want her to play more? Scale and rhythms? And let's scooch you up. You look like you're going to fall in here. Okay, left hand, and rhythms means you go one octave real slow, and then the second octave speed up, okay? Sound, but you have a feeling of pulse, okay? Can you do that? Got the idea? Just for the twos. That's the scale. And if they ask you F major in the right hand, what's the change of fingering? Twice as fast as the first time. So maybe a little slower, and then let's come on back. Now in pulses of 2. Wonderful. Okay. I didn't even notice what you did. Fix that up at home, but you don't have to go that fast, but if you're ready to, that's fine. You're just Speedy Gonzales. Okay, have I ever shown you the minor scales? Ever? Ever? I don't think I have. There's nothing there, huh? So I'm going to tell you a quick story. Okay. Oh, do you have any relatives nearby? Somebody who's in your family? Or are they in the way back over the big ocean? Everybody here?
My grandma lives in Concord.
Good. What's her last name?
Wow.
It isn't Chang, is it? Can we at least say, though you're related, you might look alike, and you're related. If she's your grandma, my gosh, you certainly should look a little alike, okay? And you probably get together on holidays, and you go to her house and she goes to your house, and you probably get together for dinners, and you have parties and all that stuff, so you get together a lot, right? Okay, this is Titania. Grandma lives, pretend, 3 miles away, down the road. 1, 2, 3. So Grandma lives in Concord, about 3 miles. That's really not true, but pretend. And Grandma does the same things you do. So she's going to start here because she lives in Concord, but she's going to do the same things you do. Same notes, except she starts here. So what am I saying? That C major, or any scale, has a relative. And you find it by hopping down 3 half steps. Don't count this one. 1, 2, 3, and then you find its relative. And that will be a minor scale. And all you have to do is just play exactly what C did to make it happen, okay? And there's only one little problem, is there are 2 ways to play the minor scale. But the first way is what we call natural, okay? So I bet you can play the natural minor if I tell you that the fingering is exactly the same as the major. Except you start on A. 1, 2, slow. 1, 2, 3, thumb. 2, 3, 4, and then 2, 3, and then thumb. Remember it's 1, 2, 3, 1? 1, 2, 3, 1. Oh, you're great. And back. 5, curve. 3, 2, 1, 3. Same fingering as the major. 4. Whoops. 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4. Do you remember how to do this? 5, say the numbers. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3.
3.
Did you know that? If you go to your chart, remember your D major? You went 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3. It's the same thing, okay? 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay? If you go to your little chart in here, do you see this down here? Minor scales. There's the right hand, and look at it coming down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4. It's right in front of your nose. Okay?
Okay.
Now, once in a while, don't you like to do different things? Like you like to go different places, and you know, you don't always do everything the same. Same thing for your grandma. Once in a while, instead of just always shopping in the same store, once in a while she might go to a different store. And so on the seventh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, seventh block, she's going to decide, let's not go into the regular store, let's go into this one. Okay? So the trick for the harmonic minor is you do exactly the same thing, except when you get to number 7, you go up there. So look what's going to happen. You ever heard of that? Doesn't it sound fun? Yeah, Egypt or Arabia, camels, the desert, snakes, and girls dancing, and what's this? You're too young. A long time ago, there was a TV show called Twilight Zone. It's the same exact thing as what's going on up here, okay?
have it on TV.
Do they really? Well, there's the theme. And it's exactly the same notes as in the special little minor, okay? They call that the harmonic minor, okay? Let's try it. You're going to start on Grandma's house here. Okay? Slow. 1. Now, when you get to number 7, not 6, when you get to number 7, you go up there. Okay?
Okay.
Isn't that neat? Let's do it again. Wonderful. And coming down. That's it. Good. You know how to do it now? The natural minor means you play just like the relative major, okay? C does this, so the regular A would do that, and it's called natural. The harmonic means exactly the same thing, except when you get to number 7, you sharp it. Okay? Let me show you another one. Let's say I'm in the scale of G, okay? F sharp? Okay, there's where I live. My grandmother lives 3 blocks or 3 miles away. 1, 2, 3. And my grandmother and I are related, and we look alike, and we get together, and we, you know, like the same thing. So she's going to do the same thing I did, except she starts here. Why do I have an F sharp then? You say because it's in the scale of G. It's in my house, so it's going to be in her house too. Except she starts on E. Okay? And what is that really called? You say that's called E minor. Natural mode. Mode means there are different ways of playing the scales, and we call the way a mode. This is E minor natural mode. The other one is E minor harmonic mode, okay? So what am I playing here? You say E minor, natural, okay?
Okay.
Natural. Now I'll do harmonic. Can you count numbers with me here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There it is. I just take my number 7 and I go up one little step, and that's what gives me Egypt. Instant Egypt, huh? And then I come down just the way I started. Okay? Do you think you could do A minor at least for me and possibly E? And then those would be the 2 you have to learn for the test in 7 weeks. See, that's on your test, okay? You know, I showed that to you December 14th. Did you forget? Well, at least you remember now. Is it coming back? Clear as mud, right? You understand what to do? Okay? You're going to start on A, okay? Or you'll start on E. So I'm going to put a little A here and a little E, and then you play your minor scale 2 ways, okay? Back up. A minor, And you do one hand at a time. Don't put them together. You start on A and you go just like C, right? And you go up 2 octaves. Then you start up again. You say, I have to sharp number 7. 7. You hear it? Okay. And they want you to play 2 octaves up and down, slow. Okay? You all right? You sure? That's
Does it
tough.
show you how to do this in here?
A little bit. Excuse me. Here's the A minor scale, natural minor. You start on A and just go straight up with no changes. Here's harmonic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That gives you a clue.
Yeah. If you just remember the natural one, you know, if you said the most natural thing to do is to love somebody, most natural thing to do is to go home and eat dinner. Natural means the very normal thing. So the natural minor means you do exactly what the major does. No changes. Okay? Harmonic just means, oh, we got one little change right there. What do? Raise the 7th tone of the natural minor
Scale.
a half step. Okay?
Okay.
Sure? Positive? Okay. All right. It's a lot of stuff, but now you have to start it because I know I showed it to you, but now we really have to get into it because I still have more things to show you here. And I'm still going to go farther. Are you ready? I have more things to tell you. It's theory. You told me you like it, don't you? You change your mind? Okay. What's this?
That's a C major chord.
Good. What's that? Major? No.
I don't know.
Yes, you do. What's that? D major. D minor. Diminished. I don't know if you remember how to do those, but that definitely is diminished. Can you trust me? Okay. Now, I'm going to play a chord on every note of the scale, and I already gave you some hints that some are major, some are minor, and some are weird. Okay, and just tell me what they are. Number 1.
Major.
2.
Minor.
3. Good. 4.
Major.
Right. 5.
Major.
6.
Minor.
7.
Diminished.
Diminished. And then number 1 again.
Major.
Wonderful. Is that hard?
Not really.
Not really. Do you remember which ones were major? There were 3 of them. 1.
4.
Excellent. There's a name for those 3 because they're so popular and they're so important. We call them Here's the word. Primary. Do you remember that a little bit? No? Well, today, can you remember it? And all you have to remember is these 3 chords are so very, very important in no matter what scale you're in, that we give them the name primary. Primary means really important, okay? The other chords aren't quite as important, and so we call them secondary. All right? So now when you go to the teacher and she says, Titania, would you play me your primary and secondary triads starting on C? You say, okay. 1, and you just start up. You put your chord on 1, and you say 1 major, 2 minor, 3 minor. You just do exactly what we did.
Major. 5 major. 6 minor.
7 diminished, 1 major. And that's all you have to do for C.
Do you have to do this again?
Yeah, because it finishes everything. If I end on diminished, it wouldn't sound done. Okay, let's do another one. We're in the key of F major. What's the key signature?
Key signature.
Isn't there a B flat in this scale? Okay, what's the key signature of F?
B flat.
B flat? You're guessing tonight. Come on. Isn't there a B flat in that scale? Okay, so the flat or the sharp in the song, or sometimes you'll see it printed here in the corner. That's called the key signature. What's the key signature for this song?
F sharp.
Okay, so what's the key signature for F major?
B flat.
B flat. Okay, so I'm going to put my chords in the key of F, and I have to remember every time I hit a B, guess what? I have to put it in there. And all the numbers, like 1 major and all that, they're all exactly the same as the first time. You ready? 1 major, Did I do it right? You say no, Kathleen. Don't forget you have a B flat. Every B that I come upon, I have to hit it. Here we go. I mean, I have to hit the flat. 1 major. 2. You see? Isn't that? No, number 2. Isn't 2 minor? That's why it's minor. Okay. 3. Minor. 4. Right. See why? See, if I didn't do it, it would be a different animal, and I have to have a major chord because that's the rule. So there it is. 4. What? Major. 5.
Major. Minor.
Diminished. Okay? Can you do them for me? And then next week, at least do the first one, but if you could do F for me too, that would be great. And then next week, I'll show you these guys.
Okay.
Okay. 1.
Major.
Wonderful.
Minor.
Excellent.
Minor. 4. Major.
Incredible.
Major.
Where are you going? You know what? 6. Minor. 7 is always that weird one, diminished. And now finish it up. 1. Or say 1. Because this one is 1, you might as well say 1 again because they're the same one. Okay? And Titania, if they give you those chords in your test like this is the way they'll look, okay? And they say, would you please circle the primary triads? Okay, do you know Roman numerals?
Yeah, sorry.
This is 1, and this is 5, and this is 4.
You're not supposed to put decimal.
Okay, true. But in music, if they are not major, they make the 3 I's small. That's what music does. So you are right. Normally they should be 3 big I's. But in music, we want to tell everybody that this is not major, so we make small I's. That's all. Okay? Now again, if they want you, they'll say, here, Titania, here's your pencil, da, 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 and would you please circle the primary triads in there?
Primary.
Yes? Smarty. And, thank you. If you don't circle this, some of the teachers mark the whole thing wrong. Do you know that?
Mm-hmm.
So be sure it's number 1, okay? 8 and 1 are the same. Okay, and then if you want some help on the chart, 1 major, 2 minor, and all that, okay? And then real quick, there's another, they're fancy names for every note of the scale. Could you remember that number 1 is tonic?
Yeah.
And 5 is dominant, you know that, and 4 is subdominant. Memorize those, because they might just say, what's the name for 5? Well, what's the dominant chord? Well, dominant is 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then you'll find it. Okay? All right. It's heavy stuff when you get to this level. Do you want to do your Bach for me? A little bit? Okay. What's your tempo that you can go without falling apart? Can you go kind of? That's good. Okay, now I like it, except this note again, you went boop. See how nice and legato, and you went boop. So I went, you gotta, before you say goodbye to those jumps, you gotta hang on just a hair. You say, oh, it's like I don't want to let go, but I have to. Okay? Better. Okay, continue. Now going awfully fast. Let's slow it down just a little. That's a girl. Even a tiny bit. You want bup, 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 bup. It's not that you want to sound like a machine, but the notes have to be very, very even though. Bup, 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 bup. And I like some more oomph. Do you think you could play just a little bit fuller?
Yeah.
Just a little there? Okay, not at the beginning though. Now we're going to go back to where you just stopped. You know what I mean? I can't play too well though. That's better. Did I tell you to use pedal?
Yeah.
I did? Okay.
The wrong pedal.
Okay. It has to be not slow like that because all of a sudden it sounded like Chopin.
Okay.
Okay. Has to roll a little faster, huh? That. Not that. Okay, it has to be. Yeah, but you can practice a little faster, or else I'm going to make you do this. Because if we roll like that, it doesn't sound quite right. So you can do this. You can do that. We'll just take. Okay. I'm a little. It's excellent, and the fact that you're playing a piece that is. Oh, you normally wouldn't study it for about 3 or 4 more years, truly. It's so good. So would you be upset with me, though, if I just showed you a couple of places where it's uneven? Like, you know what, I heard you do toward the end. Let's see if I can find it. There were little hiccups in there. Did you hear them? You want... Can't break the line there. You don't by any chance have it here, do you? Bach? Because I've got to show you that. And then the other thing is, I don't know if you can get it any a little bit louder, but it needs to be a little louder. Like, almost like you're typing. Okay? Here's what I heard. I heard and then you came back to the world here. It has to be played no break. Okay? I wonder if you can do this section for me. Slow down a little bit so I can find places. There's one. You went da 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 da. Let's do better now. Is there any way you could play this G with your Mr. Thumb and then cross it? Is that too hard? It is terribly hard? You just can't do it at all? See how they put a 2 here? That's what they meant. The thumb will play the easy note, and then your little 2 will cross over here because this finger's longer and it can reach better. Okay? That's what they want. Can I get you to do that? That's what we want. Otherwise, we have this hiccup in there. We go, and I so much want to go to bed. Okay? Or wherever you're going. So it would be much better if I can get you to do this, and then don't worry about playing such a crashy chord. Just do the best you can. Hear it? Try that. Oh, I love it. Now let's do this one. It says start on 3. Oh, okay. 2 or 3. Sorry. if you're on 3 here, just go 4 here, and then 3, and then 2, and then you're ready for this. Da-da. Are you able to do that? Let's see, 3, 3. See, now for me it's easy because I have a big hand, fat hand. But if you possibly can do that, then I won't hear this. Okay? The idea is that Bach wrote it to be smooth here. Da 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 da. He wrote it to connect. So we can't put a hole in here. Or if you have to sneak it in, but don't let me know. Okay? So try to connect here, okay? Connect. Now I put a little circle around the 3. Same thing here, connect. Okay? Now, do you mind? Back to the beginning. A little bit louder. A little bit louder. Beep, beep. Don't rush. That's it. You're rushing. Every single note has to. Don't rush. Da, 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 da. It has to be exactly the same. So talk to him down there. It doesn't rush. You can start here. Do not rush your left hand at all because it has to go. Curve the fingers. I think you're tired right now, but at home when you really feel like full of energy and you got a lot of Wheaties in your arms, you know, when you play this, did you hear yourself do this? You sort of cheated him a little bit, and then, you know, I would like, and then connect. Anytime you know you have to jump, it has to be done in such a way that I don't know you have to. Do you know what I mean? If you hear this, it's like you're telling us, oh, I had to jump. Oh, I had to, you know. Okay, so in other words, this should be a little louder, and then you jump very carefully so that there hardly is a break at all. Okay? Do that for me. Larger than that. Whoa, with an F sharp. You can let go of the F. No, you can let go. It's okay. Just don't do this. Okay? Just make them sound even. That's the way. Good. Now go from here and see if we can go a little faster and make it happen. That you take it home and you listen, and if you hear that all of a sudden you're doing a jerky jump there, that you stop and see if you even it out. So it's because you have small hands, you have to jump, yes, but you don't want us to know you have small hands. You want to sort of connect it, you see, particularly if it's at a time where it says it's connected. That's one thing. The other thing is it's got to be absolutely even. And you started to do some funny things down here. Your fingers were sticking up. Can I get you to curve those fingers so they'll be on time when they're supposed to play? And then next week we'll see how you're doing, okay? And eventually we'll go fast again. But this week, slow it down again, okay? Just make sure everything is right in place. Probably every day for, say, 5 or 7 minutes only. Don't go overboard on that. Okay? And so you know, Wei, this piece is so very, very difficult that I will probably cease the teaching of it after that because she's so young.
Okay.
And all that, the worst thing that can happen here is she just puts it down until her fingers are a little bit longer. but I would rather not lose her than put so much drive to be such a perfect performance that we lose her, you know. Okay? Sound all right? All right, can you remember all this stuff we did tonight? Then bring your big head back and we'll stuff in some more stuff next week.
Okay.
You know all that's left? Let me show you. You know this is